I mean, I think it's evolved organically. I mean, it was a pretty grassroots initiative when we began. You know, the core group of people who started the festival were all volunteering at the time. I think it's like, you know, it's definitely a delicate balance because Montreal is not a huge market and people don't have a ton of money. And there's so much happening and there's a lot of options and different festivals and there's always shows happening throughout the year. So I think we just have to try to be like what we're good at and, you know, be ourselves and not try to like necessarily compete or, you know, like we're much different than Oshiago or the Jazz Fest or Just for Laughs or Francophonie, you know, like POP Montreal has a pretty solid identity and you know, we've been doing it for a while and I think what we do is unique and interesting and I think like the experience of pop is special and exciting and people love it and people come from all over the place and it's maybe not, you know, it's different than the jazz. I mean, I think it's better. It's more what we want to do. So there's like, you know, a handful of bands that are kind of on standby who have expressed interest in performing that we can just like call and say, oh, a band dropped out. Would you like to be added to the festival or whatever? I mean, nothing's set in stone because things always happen and change and bands cancel. Like I got an email last night, oh, sorry, we can't perform, our band just broke up. So, you know, stuff like that happens. And so there's like, to like discover these old gems, like venue-wise, like we have events in church basements and old like, you know, community halls and stuff like that. So it's more about discovering the real, like the kind of everyday little gems of the city, and it's, you know, and not necessarily, well, this is downtown, like everyone from the suburbs, like come in and like be in this one little area. It's more about just kind of integration into the rest of the city, and it's, you know, I think the spirit of the festival is discovery. It's a little quirkier. It's more left of center. It's like for the most part young emerging bands who are at the beginning of their career. So it's, you know, our venues are like, we have Casa del Popolo and Barfly and, you know, and Divan Orange and Trois Minots and, you know, so most of the venues are small, you know, 50 to 100 people. It's a much different experience than being with 25,000 other people in front of a huge stage, you know. It's like a much different, yeah, it's a much different way to kind of experience music.